first snowfall alone through a window blurred by breath. The street was quiet, filled with white, but still I searched for signs of you. We promised to meet this winter at the cafe near the old bookshop, but plans faded into the cold and distance widened like the sky. Our voices cross a frozen line, still warm but wrapped in longing. If I close my eyes and breathe, I can feel your smile drift near. Snow falls between us, soft and slow, covering words we left unsaid. Even without your hand in mine, you're part of every breath I take. The silence isn't loneliness, it's filled with echoes we once knew. And though I walk this night alone, my heart still walks in step with you. I passed by where we once stood, beneath the faded streetlight glow. The snowflakes blur my memories, but your warmth stays crystal clear. A stranger's scarf, a scent of tea, suddenly brings you back to me, like shadows dancing on a wall. Your absence paints you even more. The season turns with gentle aches, still my thoughts stay where you are. Each flake a message floating down, a quiet whisper from afar. Snow falls between us, thin but deep, like pages from a worn out dream. I trace your name across the glass, a little hope that time redeems. Though miles and moments keep us still, and frost clings softly to the air, the warmth we built won't disappear. It's hidden in the cold we share. I don't need the sun to shine if you still glow inside my thoughts. The snow may fall without a sound, but you remain in every flake. Snow falls between us, not to part, but like a veil that gently shields until the day we meet again. It keeps your presence softly sealed. I'll walk this winter knowing well that love can bloom in frozen skies, even paints the platform blue, but your warmth lingers on the bench. You said goodbye with trembling eyes, but smiled so I wouldn't cry. Now each arrival feels the same, but none of them bring you back. Every step recalls a scene, every breeze repeats your name. Even silence in this place echoes things we never said. I see your shadow in the steam, a fading trace in falling light. The colors on this platform dim without your laughter by my side. Each train departs, but I remain lost in the space we used to share. The time we spent still clings to air, as if the world forgot to change. A cup of tea still in my hand, cooling like my hopes tonight. The schedule's ink is smudged away, but not the memories you left. Footsteps coming quickly past, but none of them slow down for me. The city moves, but I still stand, bound by the quiet where we kissed. Every sound becomes your voice, every whistle breaks my heart. Still I stand and softly breathe, trying not to call your name. I see your outline in the glass when winter paints the windows pale. The bench we shared is cold and bare, but every flake recalls your tale. The trains don't know they leave me here with dreams I can't quite fold away. The night arrives without a word and wraps our past in silent gray. Maybe one day I'll step aboard to chase the dawn you used to love. But for now I'll wait and feel the ghost of you beneath my gloves. I see your colors in the dusk, a melody behind the breeze. You're part of every platform sigh and every glow the signal sees. Though distance holds you far from me, this station still remembers us. Until I learn to say goodbye, I'll wait beneath the amber I'll make my coffee like I always do, but everything feels one step slow. The spoon clicks soft against the cup, like time forgot how to flow. You'd hum a tune while boiling water, always off by half a beat. Now silence wraps around the sound of footsteps, only mine repeat. The little things that shaped our days still echo in their quiet ways. But now they miss your heart. like chords that drift without resolve. Your name still fits between the bars of every silence I can't solve. And I try to move, I try to breathe, but every step feels incomplete. Your rhythm lingers in my bones, a dance that ends before its beat. Who remembers how you left? Each joy still holds your quiet hum. Even the echoes feel confused, as if the song forgot to run. I play our tune in minor key, but love won't settle into blues. I'm just a half note out of place, still reaching for the sound of you. I'm learning how to move again, and spaces shaped around your steps. Even if I can't rewind, I keep your beat inside my chest. Rhythm may not feel complete, but still it holds what once was real. A subtle syncopated hope that time apart will someday heal. And if our song begins again with notes reshaped from what we knew, I'll find my way back into time when every beat returns to you. Found your letter in the drawer, faded ink still warm with you. Every word a quiet breeze that stirred a part I thought I'd lost. It spoke of rain and your old song, how you danced alone at night. You said someday I'll come back, but left no date or promise clear. The lines still tremble in my hand, as if your voice could break the page. Reading each line feels like touching the pieces that you couldn't say. I hear your voice between the lines, like a radio through midnight fog. A signal weak but reaching far, still tuning into who we were. This letter sings of something more than time or space could take away. You never said goodbye in ink, so I keep listening every day. Your name still echoes when I breathe. It finds me in the quiet hours. This paper holds a piece of you that even years could never fade. You wrote in cursive, soft and slow, as if afraid the words might burn. You asked me not to wait for you, but why then did your heart still ache? Between the margins something lingered, more than memory, more than pain. I read it not just with my eyes, but with the silence in my veins. I hear your rhythm in the script, a melody the ears can't hush. Each phrase still hums a lullaby that keeps my longing soft and hushed. Your final line was half a thought, it trailed They sleep inside forgotten drawers. But when I read your quiet lines, the night begins to sing once more. I hear your voice inside my hands, through letters never truly sealed. They float like songs I used to know, and comfort wounds that never healed. The past may fall like paper thin, but hearts remember how they knew. Each time I read your silent words, it feels like I'm still close to you. I called you just past midnight, but the signal never caught. Only silence filled the line, like the stars were out of reach. I watch my shadows stretch and fade beneath the flickering neon sign. The night refused to answer back and left me dancing with the dark. Even my voice feels far away, like it echoes in a world without you. I leave a message to the air, hoping it'll drift where you are. The moon keeps watching from above, like it knows the things I hide. I speak into the static hum, but no reply comes through the light. This city hums lonely song, each window glows, but none are yours. And though I'll call and call again, I'm only hurt by empty stars. The vending machine hums low as I press my hands for warmth. I write your name across the glass, just so it won't fade from thought. Your ringtone used to bring me peace, now it's just a phantom sound. I'll wait for something that won't come and wander streets that feel like dreams. Some nights just won't hold your voice, no matter how much I believe. So I whisper into wind and wire, a love that only echoes me. The moon keeps floating far too close, as if to ask why I still try. I speak your name beneath my breath, but only silence learns to cry. The pavement holds our footprints faint, still side by side, but fading slow. And every number that I dial just leads me where you never know. I'll fall asleep without a word, but dream of you with crystal tone. And maybe in some other sky, you'll hear me through the stars alone. The moon still watches from above, smiling like it knows my fate. I speak to you in soundless tones that shimmer past this silent state. No signal clear, no voice returns, just memories in midnight you never left. No clock, no tears, just quiet light. And the way you called my name, we walked beneath the sky of glass, where stars hung low like lanterns. You reached for me with steady hands, but vanished before I could hold you. I knew it wasn't real, but still your voice had warmth the world had lost. And in that hush I said hello to someone I've been missing so. You come to me when night is kind, in colors they can't ever find. No phone can ring, no train can wait, but in that dream you never fade. We dance in shadows hand in hand, with time asleep in Neverland. You say goodbye but smile so true that I believe it means see you. The sheets are warm but feel too wide. I turn and hope you're still nearby, but morning takes you far again, leaving only air that sighs. Your laughter lingers in my chest like perfume on a stranger's coat, a ghost that never learned to haunt, but gently stays to guide me home. Some nights I beg the sleep to come, not for rest but just to see the version of you undisturbed by silence, time, or memory. You come in dreams without regret, in stories we've not lived just yet. No questions asked, no past to weigh, just moments shaped in velvet gray. I hold you close and know too well that morning will undo the spell, but still I reach and still I try to meet you when I close my The moon begins to touch my skin, and night prepares its quiet screen. So once again I start to drift where only you and I have been. You come to me like whispered rain, in dreams too soft to fully name. No words are needed in that place, just presence, light, and slow embrace. If love must live in sleep I stood where we once planned to meet, beneath a tree that turned to gold. Leaves like letters fell in silence, each one spelling what we lost. The bench still held our summer laughs, but now the chill has found its place. A breeze came soft across my cheek and brought your voice without a face. The world moved on, or so they say, but parts of me still wait for you. And even though you're out of reach, your name is where my breath comes true. I whispered your name to the wind, so gently that it wouldn't break. No echo came, no answering, but somehow I still felt you wake. The street was quiet, lights were dim, yet something warm brushed past my skin. You never said you'd truly go, so I keep calling soft and slow. Your scarf still hangs beside my coat, its color fading just like time. I wear it on the coldest days to feel your heartbeat next to mine. At cafes where we used to sit, I see your shadow in the glass. The steam that rises from my cup feels like a breath from all that's past. Some people even leave no trace, but you remain. us outside the city slowly sighs, but inside only silence speaks. I sit with books I never read and cups that cool without a touch. The clock hands move but feel unsure, as if they miss your rhythm too. Some nights you're close without a call, appearing soft behind my eyes. I don't remember drifting off, but suddenly your name arrives. I think of you when lights grow dim, when shadows stretch across the floor. You come to me in quiet ways, like you've always known the open door. I don't need sound to hear you near. Your memory moves with gentle grace, and though the room is mine alone, you linger here in every space. The blanket holds your absent weight, as if you just stood up to leave. I whisper things I used to say to fill the air you used to breathe. Your laughter lingers in the dark, like perfume spilled across the dusk. And though I try to stay awake, my heart returns to where you are. We don't need time to meet again. It only takes a single thought. You live where silence welcomes love, and I live in the space you brought. I think of you when night is still, when stars fall gently through the screen. No need for dreams to bring you back. You're sewn into my evening scene. The hallway hums your old refrain. The window echoes what you knew. And though I sit here all alone, my quiet soul still speaks of you. Maybe you don't feel me tonight, but I still walk the path we drew. And even if you've moved ahead, my heart still stops to wait for you. I think of you in every pause, in every breath I do not take. You're woven deep in who I am, in every choice and every ache. And when the night forgets its name, and morning starts to softly rise, walls are built without a sound and still remain when time has passed. Yours lives inside each breath I take, a quiet love that couldn't ask. Oh, we touch with nothing said aloud, but hearts that knew without a sign. And though I never found the words, I hope you felt that you were mine. Now every dusk I speak to you in thoughts I couldn't voice back then. And in the silence that remains, I love you more than I could stand. I almost said it in the hall when you turned and smiled at me, but the moment passed like morning light flickering against the leaves. You talked about the sky that day and how the clouds looked like a dream. I nodded hard, too loud to hide, but still too quiet to speak. It wasn't fear, it wasn't shame, just something soft I couldn't name, like petals resting on the breeze, too fragile to disturb with sound. I loved you in a quiet way before the words could find their place. You never knew how near you were to hearing what I couldn't say. My voice would tremble at the edge and fall like rain into the blue. I said hello, I said goodbye, but never said I'm into you. The train would come, the doors would close, and I would wave, then turn to hide. My heart stayed standing in that place where I first wished to call you mine. Now even time can't rewrite that, the way your name once caught my breath. Though years have passed, I still recall the word I kept inside my chest. It wasn't doubt, it wasn't pride, just something sacred I denied, like music only I could hear, and feared would vanish if I tried. I loved you like a held back sigh, like sunlight caught behind a shade. You never guessed how loud you were inside the silence I portrayed. Each time you left, a string would shake, but I would smile and look away, and in that hush I kept it safe. That first sweet love I couldn't say. Maybe we weren't meant to be, but that won't change how true it was. Some loves are born but never bloom, still beautiful because they pause. I loved you in that early spring when every word could start a storm. So I just watched you pass me by and kept my feelings soft and warm. You never knew how close we were to something more than every day. But what I held inside that day still lives in me and softly stays. You walked away in fading light. No anger, just a quiet nod. The street was gold, the air was warm, but time had nothing left to give. We said so little at the end, as if to hold it wouldn't help. The silence spoke what hearts had learned, that some goodbyes are soft and kind. Now I look back with gentler eyes. The tears I shed have turned to light. You gave me more than you could know, in ways too simple to recite. Thank you for the laughter shared, the songs we played, the meals we burned, for every walk that led nowhere but felt like home at every turn. I don't regret the way we felt or how the seasons slipped away. You gave me days I still hold close, even though you couldn't stay. The cafe still has the same old chairs. The paint has chipped, but it still hums. I sit alone and smile a bit, recalling how you used to run. You taught me how to see the rain, not as an end, but as a frame for every story love can leave, even those that never stay. I don't rewind, I don't erase the moments that still shape my voice. You fill the space I never knew could ache so deep yet bring me joy. Thank you for the evening calls, the way your shadow calmed my fears, for letting silence hold its place when neither of us knew what's near. I never said enough back then, but now I whisper through the breeze. I'm grateful for the time we shared, even if it brought me to my knees. Some loves aren't built to last too long, but still they echo sweet and slow. You were a song I had to end to learn the ones I'd come to know. Thank you for the quiet days, the arms that held me without sound, for teaching me how love can live even once it's not around. You were the Tonight I walked beneath the stars, wondering if you saw them too. The sky feels closer when I breathe, as if my heart still speaks to you. No messages, no ringing phone, but something flickers in the dark, like every step I take alone still echoes where you used to walk. I close my eyes and feel the space you used to fill without a sound. And though you're far, I still believe that distance can't erase what's found. Even if I can't see your face, I hold your name like candlelight, flickering soft within my hands, but burning steady through the night. I trust that somewhere in your breath, a thought of me still finds its way. And in this quiet I remain, believing love will never stray. Your favorite song plays in a store. I stop and listen just in case. The melody, though incomplete, feels like a thread we still embrace. The seasons change and people pass, but some goodbyes don't settle in. You never said you'd come again, but somehow I still let you in. Some promises are never said, but live inside Even shadows hold your light. In this silence I still hear all the love you tried to give. I won't forget this quiet song, the way your voice could pull me home. Beyond the clouds, beyond the screen, you live with me inside the dream. A lullaby in whispered tones, a memory when I'm alone. Even if the call must end, you've left your heart between